Hi, I'm Jonas Essian, journalism student at University of East London, and I'm going to be talking to the UEL Football Club chairman and second team midfielder, Craig Martin-Heskey. We're going to discuss his plans for UEL Football Club and also UEL Sports. Because in your new role, because you've just been appointed chairman, you'll have to undertake a lot of responsibility as well as concentrating on your own game, playing your own football. How are you going to cope with that kind of responsibility, and have you had those kind of duties before?
The closest I've had to being a chairman of, I would say, is being captain of Grays Athletic Under-16s back in 2005. In terms of roles and responsibilities, there's a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. People are expecting me and the rest of the committee to help push the club forward, and that's why we have a committee in the first place. I think one way it will affect my game is, I reckon, it will help me perform to the best of my ability every game, because I'm the chairman. Everyone is going to look for me as a role model, so I have to step up my game and make sure I'm at the top of my game each and every game, to show maybe the younger lot or the first years and second years that, you know, I've got pride. They should also join with me.
So you're more of a lead by example captain.
Yeah.
You said about moving forward with the committee, making the UEL Football Club move forward. What kind of aims are you going to have to move the club forward?
Well, we're looking to run in a more professional based. We like our things more professional. There is going to be a few shocks for some people. Maybe the second years and the current first years may not be happy with the sort of changes we have put in, because like I said, we want to be the best sports university by 2015 in London, and there's no better way to start than, you know, we put in that we have to wear shirt and tie to every away game, so we all look the same, so people know we've come from one institution instead of looking like, you know, we're just a bunch of college boys on the train, you know. So that's one thing we've put in. Training could be more than once a week. So that gives a feel that if you're not within another football club outside the university, you've got more training sessions to go to. You know, everybody's bonding, you're mixing in with other players from other teams that you may never play with. So there's a few things, like I said, we're putting in that could hopefully boost the club.
With the application of all these different changes, how far do you think we can achieve? I mean, obviously this season, all three teams have won their leagues.
Yeah.
How far do you think the university and the club in particular can move forward? What are the absolute aims? What's the target? Winning the league, winning the cup?
We'd love to win the Nationals. I've never won the National, never been close. Winning the league again, it's not impossible. It's going to be tough. I mean, every team won the league on the final day of the season, so it proved how tough it was. But I think the Nationals is one of the things we do want to go far in, especially with all three teams getting knocked out in the first round. So we have to make up for that next season. In terms of the leagues, I reckon we can do it again, but we just have to apply ourselves. If we want to win it, we have to make sure we go into every game knowing that we have to come out with 3 points, because it's going to be a lot tougher this season.
With the three teams you talk about, is there plans for a fourth team? There's been talks.
I think it's safe to say there will not be a fourth team, but myself, Yas, Katie Hollands and some of the UEL sports directors, we went to West Ham United in the community, and they've got a 3G AstroTurf pitch out on the other side of Beckton, and they're very keen on working with us. So what the uni is happy to do is offer West Ham Memorial and West Ham United's 3G pitch. So what we're looking to do is players that don't make it into the teams can go and train at 3G pitch out on the other side of Beckton for West Ham United in the community and work in their kicks program. So they'll be help getting coaching badges. Most of the boys that are involved in kicks are ex-academy players, so they're playing with some top quality players, and offer them placements. So if they want to do coaching and hopefully gain some experience or make money out of it, that's one way to do it. And also, they will keep an eye on any player that they may feel deserves to have a chance in the UEL Football Club. So then they'll get recommended to maybe Yas, maybe myself or Johnny Payne, the vice chairman, and they can come into the football club and show how good they are, and if they're good enough, they'll play for the team.
Okay. There's not going to be a fourth team, but is that because of facilities, or because you'd rather have the coaching focused on three teams that can win their leagues, rather than four teams that maybe two of them aren't looked after as much because the other two of them are focused on?
I do not have great details on that, to be honest. Not too sure why there isn't a fourth team.
A lot of top other universities have 4 or 5 teams.
I agree, and that's one of the things we may have to add if we want to compete with those two universities. To be honest with you, I can't really answer that, but it could be down to the fact that where we play our games, there's only 3 home pitches. So if we get 4 home games, how are we going to do it? You know, I mean, we have got the 3G pitch there as well, but occasionally that gets booked out by somebody else. So I don't know. That's not really a question I can answer, to be honest.
With the committee, it's only been formed a few weeks ago. You've had 1 meeting, I think, or 2.
Yeah, one
meeting. And how did that go? And how far do you think the committee can improve it from this season? I mean, what can we see that the committee will do it on its own?
Well, first things first, that meeting lasted a good hour and a half. Obviously we discussed all the problems, or maybe not problems, but issues within the club that we want to fix, and we've also put in stuff that we want to be in place. So it was a very, very good meeting. You know, you can see that the people that were sitting around the table are very, very keen on pushing the club forward. Well, with the club, it should do very good this year in terms of the things that we have put in place, things where we want to be, and how we want to compete with other unis. I think having a committee, you're going to get different ideas from different people because they've been to different places, seeing things done a certain way, others seen it a different way. So it's going to help the club in the sense of you've got a lot of ideas to help push the club, and hopefully if they are all implemented next season, it could be a very successful season.
Sounds good. What would you say personally the experience of representing your university UEL is, and what do you expect? The same level of commitment and pride in playing for the uni?
To be honest, next season I do expect it to be higher than what it was this year. Like I said, a lot of us in the community weren't really too happy with the way things were run. Like for instance, like for me, I've never met a 13 player until we had the committee meeting. You know, I've never seen them before, or I've seen them, don't know their names. Because of obviously second team, first team train one night, the third team train another. We don't see each other, don't interact. So hopefully once we do get that extra training session in, so everyone can play together, hopefully that will help boost the pride. I know certain players weren't happy with players going to the second team. They're like, why are they going to the second team? Because they feel isolated, you know. So hopefully, having other training sessions, having socials, we can all mix in together and prove to everyone that this is a great institution to be in. You know, I mean, we want players to want to play for this club, and it all takes the current first years and the second years to show people this is why you should be involved. And like I said, I do expect it to be higher next year. Like I said, because of all the socials, us mixing in as one. We show everyone that we are a unit, we are not individuals. When we go on that pitch, we all play together. And you only go to uni once at the end of the day. Once you've done your degree, you're not going to uni again, unless you're doing your masters or you're doing a postgrad. You're not going to be involved in uni again. So it's one of those things you have to relish it. You have to enjoy playing for your university. You know, tell people, look, I was involved in the university team when I was a university student. It's not something you're going to have forever. You know, you can play Sunday football until the day you die, but you can't do that at university. So hopefully the new boys that come in, they will see how proud the current boys are about playing for the club, and hopefully they can implement that and take the club forward when they progress through their degree.
Moving away from the football club maybe, and more UEL sports generally, yeah. As a sports rep, I'm not sure how long the sports rep have been in the university. And what is there any plans for next year for maybe more campus events, or getting more students at University of East London who aren't physically active, getting active or trying new sports?
Yeah, there's a lot of plan for that. I mean, the university's done well to have done as many campus sports events as they've done this year. But I think we're looking to do more next year. I think it's safe to say that, especially the Olympics. That has obviously helped boost the area and make people want to get active, you know. And one thing I said the university may have had a problem with is promotion. Like, a lot of people don't know about the sports clubs that are within the uni, and sometimes don't know about campus sports events. So with these ones, it's just a little taster to start off with, and hopefully next year it will get better and better as the years go by.
What do you feel can be done differently in terms of promotion? Social media or?
Social media, definitely. I mean, that's the best way to connect with people these days. I mean, through Twitter or Facebook, or, you know, other social network sites. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way. With videos like these, you know what I mean? People, when they see little visuals, then they'll say, okay, I may get involved. If a friend's involved, they may then take up the opportunity. But the social media, I think, is the best way to get that sort of promotion out there. I do think there's a lot of segregation between both campuses, Stratford and Docklands. Because Sportstock is here, it's obviously a lot of advertising here. I don't think Stratford gets it enough, personally, from my point of view, as a Stratford campus student. But,
especially as most of the sports courses are at Stratford as well.
Exactly. So
sport-orientated people, maybe.
Definitely. And yeah, I think if we can get the balance right with the amount of social networking and advertising, then hopefully, like I said, it will boost it for next year.
Okay, just to summarise, what would your advice be to new or existing students who want to try out for maybe not the football team, but any sports team next year, and or even a sports rep? If they see this video, what would you give them advice?
First of all, feel free to contact me. Contact me via Twitter, Hesk Official, HESK Official, or through Facebook. Just look up Craig Heskey or Craig Martin-Heskey and you should probably find me. The best way to do it is if you see a sports rep, speak to them. I mean, if they've got their tops on, they are the sort of people you would talk to. Ask them, you know, I want to get involved in some sort of sport, how can you do that for me? Can you help me out? If anything, like I say, if you're on Twitter, contact someone at UEL Sports. I mean, UEL Sports has got its own Twitter page, UEL Sports, all one word. Yeah, talk to someone there and they will help advise you, you know. Doesn't have to be competition based. If you want to just take part, there's a lot of sessions that go on at Sportstock. I know there's Zumba, there's free volleyball. You know, there's a lot of things that go on here, and it's open to everyone. They want people to come, you know. So yeah, feel free to drop in if you see any advertisements anywhere. Or like I said, if you see a sports rep or you see me around, just have a little word, and hopefully we can sort something out.